Hello, everybody. Like I said before, my name is Thomas. I'm the Business Development Manager of Remotive. First of all, I want to thank BEMAS for giving us the opportunity to be here today and to present to you all our digital transformation project. So before we dive in to our project, I want to have it a little bit more about Remotive. So who are we and what do we do? We are Remotive. We're an independent company. Which specializes in the maintenance, inspection, and replacement of rotating machinery. We have 36 employees, which includes 29 technicians. And we do our work on site with our clients and in our well-equipped shops. As you can see, we have two offices. One office is our head office. It's situated near the port of Ghent in Evergem. And our other office is in the port of Antwerp, situated in Stabroek. Having two offices in one of the biggest industrial areas gives us the opportunity to serve our clients even faster than we did before when we had one shop in Evergem. Now, let's move on to the reason why we're all here for today. That's our app, Reform. That's the app that we developed. We like to call it Reform, and we like to give our thing that we make, and we want to give it a name. So Reform is an industrial app. It's made to digitalize the forms, this being an inspection form, a maintenance form, or a reparation form. It's developed to increase the quality of our reports, to optimize our working hours, and to decrease standstills. So let's dive in. Just nog eentje terug. No, okay, perfect. So let's dive in where the story all started. Back in 2016, Remotive was 1 year old, and we were thinking about digitalizing the way of work. We all used pen and paper to do our reports, and we thought we're living in the 21st century. We should do something about this. So we started thinking, okay, how can we do this? And we started working with third parties that have apps to fill in reports, but none of these apps really fulfilled our needs or requirements that we had to fulfill these apps, fulfill these forms. So we started thinking about making our own app. So in 2018, we started brainstorming about what we wanted to have in that specific app, how we would do things. And we started adapting those third-party apps on our specific needs. Of course, we're not app developers, so we can't do this ourselves. So we had to find our right partner to do this with. And in 2019, we finally found our right partner. So we worked together with Appwise. So let's just say that Appwise was the Luigi to our Mario. And not a lot later, they start coding and writing our app for us. And from 2020 on, we started to use the app in our shops, but also on site with our clients. Not a lot later, after using the app, we got a lot of questions about the clients we work for, about how we do things, how we always give the right quality, how we manage our reports. So we started thinking about the app itself, and that we wanted to also give the opportunity for our clients to start using the app as well. So from 2021, we started to give our clients that we had right now the opportunity to start working with the app that we had. Now everything starts with reasons to act. Everything starts with a problem. If you want to solve it, you have to have a problem. So we had a couple of reasons why we started with the app. The first reason is the constant content. I think when we were using pen and paper, like a lot of people do, we could clearly see who wrote the reports. And some of them were written really good, others weren't that clear. Some of the reports were missing some data, others were really clear. So because we're an independent company, we want to service the best quality to our clients. We wanted to address this problem, and we wanted to find a solution on how can we create something that solves this problem. The second one is timing of reports. I guess we all know some of the reports came very fast after the job was done, like it should be. Others took a little longer, and some of them we never saw. They got lost in a car, or they magically disappeared. So that, then again, we want to give the service to our clients. We want to give them the quality time after time again. So we started to think this is something that needs to be addressed. The third one is the fun factor. We like to think that the technicians that we have, that they love their jobs. I don't know if somebody here, raise your hands if so, who loves writing reports. Do you have technicians who loves writing reports? I don't see a lot of hands. Well, exactly, that's the same in our company. So of course, that's a problem that we wanted to address. We believe that the technicians that work for us, they work with their hands and they love what they do. So we don't want to give them extra work which they don't love. So why not eliminate this problem? Then we have the brain drain. It's in every sector, it's really important to have the brain and the knowledge stored, including our sector, of course. So what happens when a technician after 40 years of service retires? We lose a lot of information that he carries with him. We have nowhere to store that information. So what if we could do something about it? And what if we could store that information and could use it and just press a button and see the information in minutes? And last but not least, the training on the job. We all know if we want to train a new employee, the training of the new employee takes time. But what if it was possible to train the new employee faster without decreasing the mistakes and without increasing the time? Okay. So that's why we developed our app called Reform. It's easy to use. We have it on Android and iOS. Why do we choose to have it on both platforms? To make it user-friendly for our technicians. We all have our favorite platforms. I guess some people in here have Apples, others have Android phones. So it makes it a lot easier for the technician to start working on his desired platform. Next one is that we have a form builder. Having a form builder means that we can implement every question we want into our reports. We can add yes or no questions. We can add multiple choice questions. We can add images, but also we can add data analysis. Next one is the reports. The reports always look the same. This makes it easier for ourselves, but also for the clients. If they need some information, they can easily find where the information is. Then, of course, none of this would work if the app wasn't easy to use. So we made the app so that it's really easy to use for both the technicians as the administrators. It's easy to talk about the app, but maybe it's easier that we just show you a clip how the app works.
Wanneer je de Reform app opent, kan je een bestaande template gebruiken of een nieuwe template aanmaken. Wanneer je een nieuwe template wil aanmaken, klik je op Add Template. Je geeft de nieuwe template een naam. Binnen deze template voeg je de nodige vragen toe. Er zijn verschillende types vragen mogelijk. Zijn alle vragen voor deze template toegevoegd? Dan sla je hem op. Vanaf nu kan je deze afgewerkte template gebruiken voor verschillende jobs. Om een nieuwe job aan te maken, klik je op Create en selecteer je de gewenste template uit de lijst. Nadat je de job hebt aangemaakt, ziet de technieker de openstaande opdrachten op de app en kan deze aan de slag. Hij volgt nauwgezet de opgegeven stappen en vult de gevraagde informatie aan. Dat kunnen foto's zijn, maar ook data van metingen of geschreven informatie. Zijn alle stappen van de opdracht doorlopen, dan slaat hij de opdracht op. De informatie komt toe bij de administratie, die de informatie kan raadplegen en een rapport kan genereren. Dit kan hij doorsturen via mail naar de klant of afdrukken indien gewenst.
As you can see, it's really easy to use. Of course, we have to talk about investments as well. I'm going to talk about the initial investment, which was 180,000 euros to develop the app. So we contacted AppWise, and for 180,000 euros, they built the app that we desired, that we felt was needed to improve our reporting. Of course, next to these 180,000 euros, there were other costs. We can talk about the 15,000 euros we yearly spent on cloud service, but also on the little tweaks AppWise does once in a while. And then, of course, if we want other things to happen with the app, which we're doing right now, we pay extra fees, but we can't really put a price on that because it depends on what you ask for. For example, if you want a sky, you get a sky. So you can ask for what you want, but then the price will change. But the initial investment was 180,000 euros. So what did we get back for that money? So let's talk results. Yeah. Okay. The reports are 100% consistent. This means that all reports are the same. They have the same information, the same necessary images, and the same data analysis that you desire. The customer is 100% satisfied. We deliver the same reports time after time. Plus, we also change the reports if a customer asks for a specific questions which he wants to be fulfilled in the report. We can simply add those questions for that client. Next one is the working hours. We increase the efficiency in working hours with 9 to 15%. So this means that we can get more jobs done in the same amount of time. Training new employees has been decreased with 50%. So this means that if we have a new employee, we can train them and they can start working individually without the increase of mistakes twice as fast as they used to do before. And last but not least, all knowledge is saved and safe in the cloud, and you can access it in minutes. So now we're gonna watch, because all these things, we can't really measure them, but we have an investment, but what's the return of money, the fun factor, the brain drain, the consistent content, those are things we can't really measure. So let's just see what our technicians have to say about it.
Maar vroeger moest alles op papier gezet worden, dus de meetrapporten moesten allemaal gewoon op papier neergepend worden, zeg maar. Als er een schade of dergelijke was, werd daar een omschrijving van gegeven, maar dat was het ook een beetje. Het gevaar van werken met pen en papier is dat je niet altijd duidelijk kan zijn naar de klant toe van wat het precies is en wat de kosten zijn, wat er eventueel wat schade is of dergelijke. Het is ook heel tijdsrovend om dat allemaal op papier te zetten en soms gaat er ook wel een keer wat info verloren en dergelijke. Dus dan is het zo dat het eigenlijk allemaal tijd verliezen. Sinds kort gebruiken wij voor deze administratie een Reform. Dat is dus een app eigenlijk die op ons afgesteld is, waar we alle info en dergelijke kunnen in neerzetten. Ook heel gemakkelijk naar de klant toe, die dan precies kan zien wat er is, wat er van schade is, wat er moet hersteld worden. We steken daar ook foto's bij. dat ook heel duidelijk is voor de klant van kijk, dat is er aan. En dat zetten we dan in die app, zodat alles heel overzichtelijk is over het totaalplaatje dan van de kosten die er eventueel zouden zijn.
In het begin was het al aanpassen om een digitale versie te gebruiken, maar de mensen van Reform zijn een opleiding komen geven en eigenlijk is die app vrij makkelijk om te gebruiken. Ze hebben niet alleen maar gezorgd voor de app, maar ze hebben ook gezorgd voor de hardware zoals deze iPad. Dus eigenlijk, wij konden direct beginnen met de app te gebruiken zonder dat wij er iets voor moesten doen.
Ik werk hier nu al een paar maanden, ongeveer 2 maanden nu dat ik hier werk. Ik ben nog maar 25 jaar en ik ben heel blij dat ik hier nu werk in een modern bedrijf dat niet meer werkt met papier en pen, maar direct met een app zodanig dat alles veel vlotter gaat. Wat ook heel nuttig is aan de app is dat wij een melding krijgen of een opmerking krijgen van oh, pas op voor dit of pas op voor dat. Zo vergeten we niks, maar is ook voor onze eigen veiligheid heel belangrijk. Dus ja, bijvoorbeeld als er nog iets warm is of zo, dat we eerst moeten laten afkoelen enzovoort. Dus dat is echt heel belangrijk voor mij, veiligheid.
So one thing we can put in numbers is the increase in efficiency in working hours. So imagine we just lowball the number and we take 9% instead of 15. So we go for 9%. That 9% is in 1 year is 180 hours a year that a technician spends on the reports when you just use pen and paper. It means that he has to sit behind his desk and type those forms 180 hours a year. So let's just assume that one technician costs us 40 euros an hour, which isn't that much. And we have 29 technicians. For us, that would mean that the price we pay for our technicians sitting behind their desk and just writing the reports is 208,800 euros. So if you look at it this way, it's a staggering number. It's a lot of money. And right now, we can use that time that they normally sit behind their desk, filling in their reports. Now they can use that time to do what they do best, that is working with their hands and being a technician. Now, is this project finished? Not at all, as we firmly believe that you have to keep on innovating, to keep on growing. We just set the stepping stones for our digitalization. We have a couple of other things that we are working on right now. One of them is data analysis. If you use the app right now, after every inspection or repair, after every maintenance, you'll get the possibility to add something to a conclusion. The conclusion means that you add what was wrong and what you did to fix the problem. And we want this, by filling this in, we want the app to be able to recognize those problems and to be able to tell us beforehand that something is going to happen. So they're implementing that as we speak. Of course, it will take a while before it's there. Secondly, the app right now is only in English, same as iOS and Android. We want to make it easy for technicians. So we're making the app in other languages as well. Just think about French and Dutch, for example. And last but not least, we also want to give existing and new clients the opportunity to start working the way we do, to feel and experience the positive impact that working like this has, and to start their digitalization process. Thank you very much for listening. If there are any questions, feel free to ask.